I've seen the first two episodes of season two. I might run this after that so I can ask specific stuff. I guess I've been a fan of yours for a long time. And I like throwing a curveball at the beginning. So if someone has never seen anything you've done before, what is the first thing you'd like them watching and why?
Oh, I'd say go with Fargo. I would say go with Fargo. And the reason why is the dialogue was so well crafted. It gave me an opportunity to really express myself fully.
I want to do one other previous project. You're in The Rock. Which Michael Bay, I love this movie. And it was early in your career. What do you remember about being part of that film?
Working on The Rock was a blast. All the guys were great. We all got along great. I got a chance to have a little bit of screen time with Ed Harris, who is somebody I've always admired. It was early in Michael Bay's career, and he always takes risks. And when he was doing The Rock, he took even more risks. Right. You know what I mean? So for those reasons, I had such a great time. We were in San Francisco. The food in San Francisco, for anybody who hasn't been, Chinese food specifically, if you like Chinese food and you live in North America, you need to go to San Francisco. So for all those reasons, it's a great experience.
I agree with what you said. So one of the things about season two with Halo is it does feel like the galaxy is in a real state of emergency, and it feels darker, more threatening. The Covenant feels tougher. How have you been describing season two to people as compared to season one?
I agree with you, and I've been describing season two as a season where the stakes are much higher. There's this relentless sense of impending doom that never really goes away. And even in moments of levity or what you're going to perceive as calm, in the back of your mind, there's always this lingering threat. And it's a pervasive element throughout the entire season. It's a season filled with loss, with heroism, and it really, really taps into the pulse of the human condition in the 21st century. And in a myriad of ways I can't even begin to describe. The stakes are definitely much higher.
In the first episode, Soren is arrested. I'm going to run this after the episode premiere, so I can say that. So when you got the scripts and saw the arc for the season, were you like, wait, where is this going? And also part two, when you get arrested, does that mean it's you're closer to getting back to Master Chief and with some of your friends later in the season?
I think that when I first saw the arc of Soren's journey in season two, what impressed me was that there was just so much more involvement in the season than there was in season one, which I hadn't anticipated. I imagined that I would just be like special teams, you know what I'm saying? I get called in, do my thing, and then I split. But this is an ongoing involvement and engagement in the show. So that threw me for a loop, to be honest with you. I didn't see that coming. And as far as after Soren is taken into custody, will that bring him closer to his old Spartan comrades and Master Chief? That's something that we're just going to have to wait and see.
Sure. So I know, and I don't know if you're involved in it because I haven't seen episode 4 yet, but episode 4 I know has some one-ers, some long one-ers, and obviously they're going to put together with, stitches. But did you get to be involved in any of that or no?
Yeah. And, shooting episode 4 was such a, it was like a science project, man. Like everything had to have science measurement. the timing had to be correct. For the actors, there was an element of danger because of the pyro explosion, all of the, you know, debris, quite frankly, that was always going everywhere. You had to watch person next to you. You had to be very aware of everything that was going on. And it was multiple takes. That episode, there were action sequences in there that we would work on for you'd start working on it on Monday and then you get to the following Friday of the next week and you're still kind of in the same sequence. You know what I mean? Like they really wanted to make sure that they got it right. And it was a painstaking, meticulous approach to action sequences. I don't know that I've worked on a lot of action pictures, but the attention to detail in episode 4 was, I think, new for me. And nothing was left to chance. It was always safety first, which slows things down. Like when you care about the actors and you don't want them to get burned or smashed with something or whatever, it slows down the process. But, I'm glad it did. And I got the chance to see some of it, and it looks fantastic.
They just sent me the screener link for episode 4 today, and I can't wait to watch it. Just because it's so unusual for a TV show to try to do this kind of ambitious filmmaking on a television budget and schedule.
Yeah, exactly. And mind you, in Europe, they don't shoot quite as long as they do in the States. So to try to get all these things done and the time constraints that we had, you know what I mean? It's a miracle we pulled it off, to be honest with you.
When you saw the schedule, when you finally got figured out what you're doing in all of season 2, what day did you have circled in terms of I can't wait to film this? And what day did you have circled as how the F are we going to film this?
It's a great question. There were some action sequences I had there in the season, working with Yaron Ha, that I was really looking forward to shooting. So that would be a day that falls into the category of can't wait to shoot this. And there were some sequences I had with Fiona, who plays my wife, Lara, that I was not, because, Soren wouldn't be looking forward to having these kind of conversations. These are kind of conversations that, a person like Soren doesn't anticipate having when he settles down. It's like, I'm going to keep you safe. I'm going to show you a good time. And I'm just going to go, kill whoever I need to and steal whatever I need to steal. And we're going to have a great life. And it's going to be simple, You're safe, comfortable, happy, content, and we raise our boy. And then I go do what I got to do. And the two worlds will never meet. It's just, it is what it is. And it's better that way. But some of the intricacies and nuances of a relationship where two people truly love each other, but have different perspectives, those aren't the kind of conversations Soren even likes having. You know what I mean? Sure. It's just not his thing, man. I'm sorry, it isn't. It's not what he's used to. He's very didactic. Like, people get out of line, I kill them. Somebody has something I want, I steal it. And it's very simple. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not a whole lot of complication. And then, for him to have to pause, slow down, and try to wrestle with situations that come about, on an interpersonal relationship level is not something that he's necessarily that talented at. And so I think I probably felt the way he would feel about shooting some of those scenes. Fiona is a marvelous actress, wonderful person, a great scene partner. but yet and still, there were a few scenes that's between Soren and Leera that I was not looking forward to shooting, quite frankly.
On that note, I need to wrap. I'm just going to say, really hope it's a huge hit this season. You know, it continues, and I hope you survive and get to do season 3 because I have no idea what happens. Thank you so much.